Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Get in. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. If it were ever bleak to start with, some of us thought it was. Some of us were okay with it. The temperature in the room's been a little bit heated, but things are looking up. I don't think. I think even the biggest cynic at the minute can see the articles popping out. Seem to be every day now. Last couple of days, good news just it keeps filtering through. It looks like Leeds now are really aiming for those top draw signings that a lot of fans have been looking at or wanting for, for the majority of the window so far. So I'm dead excited now. We've got some decent deals over the line. Brought in, I think, some good depth players in your Mexes and your Bornaus. Filled in with Gabby Goodmanson at left back, a position that needed filling. We've been looking for that exciting signing, that exciting signature. Did it come with Sean Longstaff? Maybe not for everyone, but looks like that medical is going to go ahead tomorrow. Big day tomorrow at Leeds. Medical for Sean Longstaff, by all accounts, and the release of the away kit. We think, touch wood, it's the one we all think. And if it is, we'll be absolutely buzzing. I think it is by what I'm going to show you in a bit as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what we've imagined with that away kit, and it's going to be something special like we're out tomorrow. I hope I can get hold of it as soon as it comes out, but we'll have to see how busy I am. But yeah, those new shiny toys look to be getting shinier. So Longstaff will pass the medical, I think, and sign tomorrow night, if not Friday. After the Longstaff sort of announcement came out yesterday, it wasn't long after Anton Stach came back out, talking about the fact that Leeds have finalised like personal terms with him. There's no similar to the Sean Longstaff transfer, really. Started it out with a player, got to iron over a few, sort out the extra pound notes that the selling club want, but the player has no problems with joining Leeds United. Like I say, with Sean Longstaff, are very much same player first, then club second, which is good because the player's committed. The player wants it. So if you can agree that amount of money with the club, is your player. So that's what with Longstaff, and it looks like something similar with Anton Stach. But then we've had a bit of news come out today, just sort of showing how concrete it is. So new talks took place. This from Florian Plettenberg. New talks took place on Wednesday between Leeds and Hoffenheim regarding a possible transfer of Anton Stach. Stuttgart also registered their interest and held talks. However, the feeling at Hoffenheim is that Stach is set to join Leeds. Hoffenheim have yet reached an agreement with any club. They are demanding €20 million plus bonuses. As revealed today, Stach has already reached an agreement on personal terms with Leeds. So that's brilliant. I don't think Leeds would be rumoured to be looking at him at the level they are if it wasn't a deal Leeds could do financially. They've gone to the hassle of agreeing a deal with Stach. We know it's out there in the ether. It has been for maybe a week and a half now, maybe 2 weeks. We've sort of known this transfer is something Leeds want. It's been reported by multiple sources several times now. So I think it's going to be like Longstaff. I think we're going to go in maybe a little bit lower than what we wanted to pay, but I think ultimately, we get this player across the line, and is an absolute outstanding player. Again, someone we didn't know much about, or I didn't know much about. I don't speak for everyone, but I know it's Bundesliga football. I know it's a top division, some great players, some great clubs in there, and he's one of the best at his role. I mean, if you just look at these here, so these are just looking at his defensive stats in the Bundesliga last season. When you just look at that, it's just green all the way across board pretty much. Possession winning final third is low on that because he's not predominantly going to be pushing into their half and trying to score goals and create. He's going to be winning a lot of duels in our half. He's really good aerially. fouls committed, that happens. I think, just in terms of the role he plays, he's gonna make a lot of tackles, so he's gonna get some of them out of times. But his percentiles in tackles one are right up there. He's when it comes to defensive capabilities of a midfielder, he's in that top percentile of those sort of players in Europe. So we're getting an absolute baller. We're getting a destroyer who can play ball. He's really good at, you get some players like in that role, don't you? We're really good at breaking play, and then just passing it on to a more creative player. And Stach does that in abundance, but Stach's really good at winning ball and progressing it himself. He's a really talented footballer too for a big guy. He's 6'3", 6'4". He's really good technically with his feet too. So he can sort that. He can start that phase of play after winning the ball himself. He doesn't just have to give it left and right. He's not a passive player. He's not a side to side or pass back sort of merchant. He can progress the ball. He's really good at that. So the fact that he's got both elements to his locker, he's a bit of a destroyer and he can play, plus the element of the height he has and the threat from set pieces and defensive capabilities in our own box. It's just an absolute outstanding signing by us if we can get this one over the line. It looks like it's happening. I don't see why this would fail. He's agreed personal terms. We've met his demands. We just need to match off our demands, which is going to be in and around 17.5, 18 million quid plus bonuses. So you're probably looking at 18 million quid, maybe rising to just over 20 with some achievable bonus in that one. So I think this is the one that gets done. And for me, if you're talking around 20 million quid, 15 million quid in total for Longstaff, if you're getting them two for 35 million quid, I think it's great business. I think it's absolutely great business by Leeds. So yeah, this one really excites me. Really, really excites me. So hopefully the Anton Stach deal gets done. But breaking news is tonight, it's only a link again, no concrete in terms of, it's happening. We're getting him not to the levels of the Stach and the Longstaff sort of deal, but this came out from Graham Smith about an hour ago. So Graham Smith reports Feyenoord's Brazilian winger Igor Paixão is one of the left wingers whose representatives Leeds United have spoken to about a possible transfer move. Understand they presented the project to his camp this week. He's reportedly also a target for Marseille. Well, doing a bit of digging, I don't think Marseille can afford him, if I'm honest. Igor Paixão is someone that got mentioned right at the start of the window. Again, a player I didn't know much about. But what a footballer this guy is. What a baller. This guy is a difference maker. This guy could go on. He's that sort of player you look at, that Rafinha sort of style player who, if he comes over here and adapts to the English game and performs to the capabilities that he has and the attributes he has and the talent he has, if he can translate that to English football, he's a star. He's an absolute star in the making. He's such a great footballer. YouTube highlights, you'll struggle to find a bad one for most players. I get that, but this lad just looks unreal. I've always said I'd love Solomon back. For me, this guy's an upgrade on Solomon, and there aren't many players you can say for a newly promoted club looking at a left winger. There's not many players you can say is an absolute 100% concrete upgrade on Solomon. But this guy is. I'd seen this report say about an hour ago, and so excited by it. So excited by it. Let me get up a few bits. Share screen. Looking at stats from last season. So Igor Paixão, so Brazilian, 25-year-old, currently at Feyenoord. Attacking midfielder, left and right. He can play all across that front four, really. But in Holland last season, 34 appearances in the league, 16 goals, 10 assists, so 26 GNA in 34 games. He also played 11 times in Champions League, scoring 2 and assisting 4. So 6 GNA in the Champions League. Unbelievable numbers. So in total, 47 games. So no injuries, fully fit for the season. Great season. In terms of just his fitness, the amount of games, the toll on his body to get through that at the level he was playing. 18 goals, 14 assists, 32 GNA in 47 games. This kid's something else. He is something else. I say, kid, 25-year-old. Average rating over 47 games was a 7.45, so almost 7.5 out of 10 over 47 games. That's some sample sizes. That you look at him here. So he played 21 games on the left, scoring 8, and assisting 10. So 18 GNA in the 21 games on the left. So I think it's safe to say there which his best position is. Forward left, attacking midfielder. on the left as well. 14 appearances, 7 goals, 2 assists. A little bit deeper. Obviously, that left-hand side is a majority of his games. But he has played central midfield as a centre forward and a right attacking midfield, so he can play across sort of that front four. It's not, he's got more to his game than just occupying that left-hand side, but predominantly that's where you get the most from him. What is that? 35 games last season there, and the amount of DNA is just ridiculous. This guy, honestly, is so exciting. So his strengths: key passing, finishing, crossing, holding onto the ball, long shots, direct free kicks. Weaknesses: he's got no significant weaknesses. Igor Paixão's style of play: likes to cut inside, likes to cross, likes to dribble, gets fouled often. So he's one of those players that gets your bum off your seat if you sat down and not stood up. If you're in the posh seats at the top of the East, like me most weeks, he'll get my bum off my seat, which is brilliant. The kind of player I've been screaming out for. I love a flair player. I love a player that's gonna want, I go to games regardless, but it makes you want to pay your ticket fee just to watch a player like Paixão. Is that sort of player. I'm a massive Ramazani fan, as you know, on this channel. Ramazani will struggle for time if we sign Igor Paixão. I really believe that, and I think Ramazani is good enough to play in Premier League. I think he could start on the left-hand side for us, and part of me hopes he does. But if Igor Paixão is available and Leeds can get this deal done, we could be looking at a scenario now where the fan base has been worried about the signings and the squad and the makeup of that team going into Premier League, thinking we haven't done enough, brought in some steady eddies. All of a sudden, you're bringing Stach, Longstaff, Igor Paixão, and then we're still looking at Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham. That is some side. If that's where we're going with this. Stach, outstanding for that role as a DM, outstanding. There won't be many players, better players get signed, for a central midfield spot, I don't think, in Premier League than what Stach's going to bring, especially for in around 20 million quid. I think it's a steal. Longstaff, he'll give you energy all day long. Great experience, great player to have as a squad player, as a starter. He's got it all for me as Longstaff for the role. He will play plenty of legs, plenty of energy. Will give you a 7 out of 10 every game, and you need people like that. Then you bring in a Paixão. Easy match winner. You got him on left and James on right. Hopefully, Muniz down middle. Do we need a 10? Depends. I think we're going to go down the route of playing 3 midfield. So excited with this one. So excited. I did not expect to hear anything about Igor Paixão anymore. The rumours were going to Marseille a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago. It's still rumoured to be going there, but by all accounts, I don't think they can afford him. Leeds will have to pay a big chunk of change. It hasn't come out yet what sort of money we're looking at. I remember it being rumoured around 30 plus last time. I think that's too much for Leeds. I ain't going to lie, we rumoured that 30 plus for Muniz too. Or is that the right sort of money Leeds can put out? We've been trying to bring players in at a certain value. Is that to sort of mean we've got the funds available to get those, last 2 or 3 signings over the line, which may be big signings? We know we need a goalkeeper. That may cost us a bit too, to make sure we get a top draw keeper in for our return to Premier League. But Igor Paixão would be the dream signing. I'm buzzing with that. But yeah, last thing before I go, this got leaked early as well, if anyone's seen it. But tomorrow there's something coming out. Leeds United have posted 17th of the 7th, and seeks off a Billy Bremner statue. But this got leaked earlier on multiple places. So this appears to be the promo video. We'll have to see tomorrow when it comes out. But this appears to be a leaked image of the promo video for the new away kit. As you can see there, in between these 2 young men, Mark Viduka, which he is the first person I think of when I think of that blue away kit. He's the first person I think of. So yeah, it's exciting because it looks like that one is right. It really does. I just noticed that at the bottom I've got Longstaff is Leeds. Longstaff is Leeds. So is Stach, I hope, and hopefully Paixão is. I've changed that from yesterday, but never mind. But yeah, I like this little promo of it. Hopefully this is right, and this comes out tomorrow, and I can get down there and buy it. But yeah, all in all, the last few days it's starting to get exciting now as a Leeds fan. You cannot be put off by the links we are having now. It is getting exciting, and if we can pull off Longstaff, Stach, and Paixão, and then we go all out for the Muniz, get a keeper sorted, I'm fine with that. You look at maybe Byram at full back as backup. Is that enough? I'm not too sure. It's going to be interesting to see if we look to get any more depth in certain areas. But yeah, I'm really excited for the links we currently have now going forward. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's getting exciting, guys. It is getting very fucking exciting. Yeah, let me know what you think of these latest links and rumours, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.